Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a really fun theme team in the Great League, the Triple Mustache theme team. This team features Shadow Probopass on the lead with Rock Throw, SAMUROTT as the save switch, with Megahorn as the nuke move, and Whiscash as the closer. This is definitely more of a team for fun than for climbing rank, but I was able to have some very nice battles with it. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out the Triple Mustache theme team in action in the Great League. Hopping to the first match, leading Shadow Probopass into Shadow Alolan Marowak. Pretty nice lead, but I do have to be careful of a potential Bone Club. I go for the catch on SAMUROTT, they hold onto their energy, and they respond with Wall Rain. This is still not a terrible matchup for SAMUROTT. I am going to be able to reach the Megahorn, and Megahorn is going to do big damage when it lands on the Wall Rain. Wall Rain is going to be able to fire back with an Earthquake. SAMUROTT, not the tankiest Mon ever, barely able to hang on and reach a last-second Hydro Cannon. And this will knock out the Wall Rain if they decide to let it through, so they will commit the shield. Unfortunately, I have lost switch advantage, but with the shield advantage, I'm hoping that I'll still be able to get the win. This is just an Icicle Spear, so I'm able to tank it and farm down, and in the back, they have Surfetched, and this is an absolute worst case scenario. Surfetched beats the entire Mustache theme team, so I am in a lot of trouble here. I'm gonna farm up to the back-to-back, but my opponent catches a Mud Bomb back onto the Shadow Alolan Marowak. Mud Bomb almost KOs, but they hang on and reach a move. I can't afford to shield here. Shadow Bone barely does not KO. Back in comes the Surfetched. I'm not going to be able to reach a Blizzard. I need to hope that they shield the Mud Bomb, and they do. That is massive. And now I just need to get to a Thunderbolt. Probopass gets there but loses CMP. We should have this game. Leaf Blade gets shielded, and we get our Thunderbolt, and Probopass able to take down the Surfetched. And that is a good game. Picking up a great lead in the next match, Shadow Probopass into Shadow Hypno. And even better, they are staying in, which means they very well could be weak to Probopass in the back as well. Probopass is going to be going straight for the Rock Slide. Rock Slide, big damage onto the Hypno. Hypno not able to reach the Focus Blast, and down they go. Opponent brings in Umbreon, but if they're this weak to a Probopass on the lead, I'm going to switch out and save the Probopass for whatever they have in the back. Whiscash into Umbreon is a pretty neutral situation. They go for the foul play, and I'm going to be able to fire back with the Mud Bombs. Neither one of us doing a whole lot of damage to each other. Mud Bomb lands, and we figure out why they had to stay in that lead, as they had Talonflame in the back. Blizzard is going to be doing some heavy neutral damage onto the Talonflame. Even if they Brave Bird me, I'm totally fine with going down here. They go for the Flame Charge, and I'm going to fire back with the Mud Bomb. This Mud Bomb is single resisted, but should just about be enough to KO. Mud Bomb plus a Mud Shot able to take them out. Back in comes the Umbreon, but at this point, this game is won, as we still have a full health SAMUROTT in the back. The opponent is determined to still play it out, so you know what? I may as well go for the 2-shield flex. We are going to let the Whiscash go down, bring in SAMUROTT, and go for the farm down. Opponent sees the writing on the wall, and concedes the match. Terrible lead in the next match, Shadow Probopass into Galarian Stunfisk. I'm going to immediately save switch into SAMUROTT, and I'm met with Superior. This is not a great matchup overall, but this is exactly why we have Megahorn. I'm going straight for the nuke, but my opponent does respect it. That does make things pretty tricky. If at all possible, I have to try and flip switch here. I need to shield everything. SAMUROTT, as we've mentioned, is very glassy. I farm up, and I'm not quite able to reach the Megahorn on CMP, but I'm still able to get the shield. This is going to be very close. It's going to be a race between Megahorn and Frenzy Plant. We do commit the shield. Come on, SAMUROTT. Get to the Megahorn. We just get outpaced. And unfortunately, I am not able to flip switch advantage. That is very unfortunate. I'm just going to bring in Probopass to commit to the farm down. I will have to tank a Frenzy Plant, which is going to do a ton of damage. I do leave with energy from this matchup, but that energy is useless against the G-Fisk. G-Fisk will be coming back in, and I'm immediately bringing in Whiscash. In comes Whiscash, and the final Pokemon is Pidgeot, and this is Blizzard's moment to shine. Whiscash loading up, Blizzard, big damage on the Pidgeot, and we're able to farm down. We do have energy, but so do they. We need to get to 2 Mud Bombs to try and win this match. Mud Bomb number 1 is going to do a nice chunk of damage. We need the second, and they reach the Earthquake. Is this going to be enough to take out the Whiscash? It is not. Can we get there? We cannot. We fall agonizingly short. Back in comes Probopass, but at this point, it's not looking like Probopass is going to be able to output enough damage. They go for the Rock Slide, and I'm going to fire off a Rock Slide of my own. Unfortunately, that does basically no damage, and we lose a heartbreaking game. Hopping into the next match, leading Shadow Probopass into another Shadow AWAC. They throw a fast move and then safe switch into Greedent. I don't have a great response to a Greedent safe switch, so honestly, I'm gonna stay in here and get some valuable chip damage. Probopass easily tanks a Crunch, but unfortunately our defense does get dropped. I'm gonna fire off the Rock Slide. That does a nice amount of damage. Probopass, again farming up quite a bit, and they're able to reach Crunch number 2. This will be getting me rather low. I'm gonna save the energy and then commit to the farm down with SAMUROTT. I will have to tank a Body Slam, and SAMUROTT doesn't tank this particularly well, but I'm going to be able to leave with a ton of energy. So if they bring back in the AWAC, which they do, it's going to be in a world of pain. SAMUROTT gets a shield with a Hydro Cannon and able to reach yet another Hydro Cannon. SAMUROTT incredibly spammy. We get both shields. Can we reach a third? We can! And this will be taking out the Shadow AWAC. Never underestimate the spamminess of SAMUROTT. And that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Shadow Probopass into Galvantula, an incredible lead. Opponent safe switches into Araquanid. Looks like they are running the triple spider team, and this is not going to go well for them. My poor opponent goes for the bubble beam and concedes the match. Hopping to the next match, picking up a great lead Shadow Probopass into Walrein. We are doing massive damage with the rock throws. The game unfortunately lags. They get a bunch of fast moves in, and they save switch into Drapion. So honestly, I have no idea where that Walrein is at in terms of energy. Able to land the Rock Slide, and from here, I can very safely bring in Whiscash to neutralize Drapion's energy. Drapion is going to be able to reach 2 crunches, but Whiscash has a lot of bulk to it. So we're able to absorb this damage no problem, and then I should be able to overfarm quite a bit. I'm going to farm up 3 Mud Shots, and then go for a Mud Bomb. This is easily going to KO. It does, and we're able to keep switch advantage. My opponent is going to wait out the switch clock, and then I'm expecting to see that Walrein come in. It does, and they decide to go for a move. It's not worth shielding here. I'm just going to let it go, wait out my switch clock, and then I can continue the onslaught of rock throws from the Probopass. In comes Probopass, Walrein staying into farm energy, and in the back is Trevenant, and this is not what I was hoping to see whatsoever. Thankfully, I do have Rock Throw, which is going to hit for neutral here, but this is definitely not a Pokemon that SAMUROTT wants to see in even shielding situations. I go for the Rock Slide, and I get the shield. I'm just going to try and stay in here and do as much damage as possible with the rock throws. They're going for another Seed Bomb. I am full committing here. I need to get rid of this Trevenant. I'm able to reach a Rock Slide just before they reach a Seed Bomb. This will be grabbing that final shield. They're going to be able to take me out with the Seed Bomb here, and then it is all up to SAMUROTT. Seed Bomb takes down Mustache Boy, and back in comes SAMUROTT. Walrein is throwing, so this must be the Earthquake. This will do quite a lot of damage. It does get me very low. SAMUROTT farming up, and I'm going for the Hydro Cannon. This should be in Hydro Cannon range. Hydro Cannon takes down Walrein, able to farm down the Trevenant, and that is a good game. Tough lead in the next match, Shadow Probopass into Escavalier. I'm going to immediately safe switch into SAMUROTT. Escav is staying in, so I'm going to fire off the Hydro Cannon. This will do big damage if it connects, which it does, and then the opponent is going to bring in Shadow Walrein. They're going straight for the Icicle Spear. This is resisted, so I should survive this. Unfortunately, Shadow Walrein does a ton of damage, so they are going to be able to farm down after doing so. And I'm going to full send the Mega Horn. Mega Horn, big damage, but I fall just short of getting to the Hydro Cannon. Probopass able to farm down, back in comes Escavalier, but they are quite low on health, so I can probably Rock Throw down here. I shield up the Drill Run, Probopass able to farm down. What do they have in the back? It is Alolan Marowak, and this is a very unhappy Alolan Marowak having to take these Rock Throws from Probopass. Probopass doing a nice amount of damage, and now I can safely bring in Whiscash. Whiscash tanks whatever this Marowak throws. They end up going for the Shadow Bone. We tank that no problem, and we're going to fire back with the Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb is going to be getting them quite low. They let it through, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, leading Shadow Probopass into another wall rain. Very nice lead. Opponent is going to immediately save switch into Sableye. I don't have a great response, so I'm just going to stay in here with Probopass because these rock throws are doing massive damage. They throw on CMP, I shield up the foul play, and I'm going to fire back with the Rock Slide. This Rock Slide should be grabbing a shield as well, and then I can safely farm up and then bring in Whiscash. Whiscash, as we've seen, is very tanky, so I'm fine with tanking whatever they decide to throw here. They go for the return, we tank that no problem, I overfarm slightly, and now I'm going for the KO with the Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb takes out Sableye, and we're able to win switch. Back in comes Walrein, and this could be trouble. If Walrein is able to fully farm down here, they're going to leave with an Earthquake, which will threaten the Probopass. And it looks like they're going to be able to do just that. Unfortunately, they do get the fast move through there as they should, which means that I'm not going to be able to reach the Mud Bomb. I'm pretty confident they have enough for an Earthquake. I'm going to have to try and call a bait. So I am going to let it through. It is only an Icicle Spear bait, that's massive, but in the back is Trevenant, and this is not good at all. Trevenant, the absolute worst nightmare of this team. Seed Bomb does massive damage, and I'm not able to reach a Mega Horn, so I'm forced to fire off a Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon still does get the shield from Trevenant, but this is going to be a very tough game to finish out. Probopass is going to have to commit the shield. I just have to hope that after I take out Trevenant with a Rock Slide, that Walrein cannot reach an Earthquake. Rock Slide will easily take out the Trevenant. Moment of truth. Can they get there? They get to a move. Is this going to be the Earthquake? It is, and we lose the match. Hopping to the final match, leading Shadow Probopass into Golbat, incredibly nice lead. Opponent will save switch into Stunfisk, and I decide to bring in Samurott. Whiscash is definitely the stronger counter here, but I just wanted to see what Samurott could do in this matchup. And since I refreshed my game data, my game decides that I'm a brand new player who does not know how to throw charge moves, so I get taught how to do a charge move minigame. You love to see it. Samurott is going to overfarm quite a bit and then go for another Hydro Cannon. This will KO if they let it through, and they do. So they're saving shields for Golbat, but Golbat is definitely not going to appreciate the Hydro Cannon spam. Fury Cutters do basically nothing here, but these Hydro Cannons from Samurott do quite a lot of damage, as you're going to see, able to get that Golbat below half health, and this one will KO if they let it through, so they're forced to commit a shield. I'm not willing to shield Samurott. At this point, Samurott has done its job. They go for the Shadow Ball, in comes Probopass, and they have Scrafty in the back versus my Whiscash. This is a bit scary. This is a very dangerous bait game. I decide to call the bait, and it's the power-up punch that is absolutely massive. I have a ton of energy, so I'm going to start firing off Mud Bombs. Mud Bomb does land, but as you're going to see, that just does not do a ton of damage. Firing off Mud Bomb number 2, this is going to start to get that Scrafty low, and we're able to grab a shield from the Scrafty. This is a tough call to make. I shield up, but it's a power-up punch again. This is not good, and I'm going to be firing back with the Mud Bomb. This Scrafty, if they're able to farm me down, this could be trouble. Whiscash gets the Scrafty low. Back in comes Golbat. I bring in Probopass, and that is a good game. All in all, I really enjoyed getting to run the Triple Mustache theme team. It's definitely not the strongest team around. It does have a lot of shared weaknesses, especially Sirfetch'd and Trevenant. But being able to run this team for a day and get some wins with some Mustache boys was a very enjoyable experience. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we have released merch. The merch store is re-released. If you're interested, definitely go check it out. Link will be in the description. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.